There was once a farmer who lived on a small island. He owned a large piece of farmland. The soil was rich, the crops could grow well, and everything seemed perfect. But he had one big problem. No one wanted to work for him. Every worker who came would leave after a few days. The reason was simple. The island was known for its violent storms. The wind could start blowing at any time. Sometimes a powerful storm would come in the middle of the night and destroy everything in the fields. Workers felt that all their hard work could be wiped out overnight, so they preferred to leave. The farmer became frustrated. He desperately needed someone who could stay and work with dedication. Finally, he went to the city and placed an advertisement in the newspaper. Farm worker needed. Many people came to ask about the job, but the moment they heard about the storms, they politely declined and left. The farmer started losing hope. Then, one day, a young man showed up. He was thin, quiet, and looked ordinary. Nothing about him suggested he could handle the hard work of a farm. The farmer looked at him carefully and said, "Son, this farm requires very hard work. I don't think you'll be able to handle it." The young man calmly replied, "I can work hard. You don't need to worry about that." Then he added, "But I have one condition." The farmer asked, "What condition?" The young man said, "When the wind blows, I sleep. And when that happens, you must not wake me up." The farmer looked at him in confusion. He thought the condition sounded strange, but he had no other option. He needed help. So he hired the young man. The next day, the young man began working, and he worked extremely hard. From early morning until evening, he took care of every task on the farm. He repaired fences, cleaned the barns, secured the tools, tied the animals properly, and checked everything carefully. The farmer was impressed. He felt he had finally found the right worker. Then, one night, around 10 p.m., the farmer heard something familiar. The wind began to blow harder and harder. From years of experience, the farmer knew exactly what that meant. A storm was coming. He quickly grabbed a lantern and ran through the darkness to the workers' small hut. He knocked loudly on the door. "Wake up!" he shouted. "A storm is coming. We need to protect the farm." From inside the hut, the young man calmly replied, "Sir, I told you my condition. When the wind blows, I sleep. Please don't wake me." The farmer became furious. He thought, "How irresponsible! A storm is coming and this man refuses to get up?" But there was no time to argue. He rushed toward the fields with his lantern, preparing for the worst. But when he reached the farm, he stopped. Everything was already taken care of. The crops had been tied down securely, the barn doors were locked tight, the chickens were safely inside their coop, the cows and horses were tied properly, every tool was stored away. Nothing could be blown away by the storm. For a moment, the farmer just stood there in silence. Then he finally understood what the young man meant. When the wind blows, I sleep. Because the work had already been done. Because the preparation had already been made. Because when you prepare in advance, storms don't scare you anymore. And the truth is, storms come into everyone's life. Sometimes they come as financial problems, sometimes as health issues, sometimes as failures or unexpected challenges. But the real question is not whether the storm will come. The real question is, are you prepared for it? Because the people who prepare every day are the ones who can sleep peacefully when the wind starts to blow.